Well, everybody, we're doing something different today. We're gonna play some AI dungeons. It's like a story kind of thing. Let's see what happens. I did a little bit, and I was watching Chilled Chaos play. It seemed really fun. So let's try something for whoops. That's the music. Please play. For zombies. Select a character, soldier. Enter name, Valkyn. Generating story. Please wait. Gotta get that tense music, you know, zombie apocalypse and all. And the world's longest. Okay, here we go. You are Valkyn, a soldier trying to survive a world filled with infected zombies everywhere. You have an automatic rifle and a grenade. Your unit lost a lot of men when the infection broke, but you've managed to keep a small. I can speak. It's hard. But you've managed to keep the small town you're stationed near safe for now. You look over the town thinking about how it's probably only going to get worse before it gets better. And you see something on the ground, a human leg, half eaten by some sort of zombie. What will I do? Eat the leg! Nom nom! Eat it all the way, man. The next day you find the leg and start eating it. It tastes horrible, but you know that means it's working. The taste is so strong that your mouth waters just thinking about it. You feel like you could drink from the well if you didn't gag every time. Turn the music down my side a little bit. It is not F59, but whatever. I force myself to drink from from the well. This is stupid. After several days of eating the leg, you manage to choke down enough blood to make yourself vomit up the rest. You then force yourself to drink as much water out of the well as possible. It feels so good after all that work. Am I a zombie? Is that what happened? We're okay. I talk to the locals. Dog barking in the background. This is so stupid. A few weeks pass and you still haven't seen any signs of infection spreading outside your area. Except for me, that is. There doesn't seem to be anything else around here except more dead bodies and rotting food. You wonder what's happened to everyone else, but you really don't care. But you don't really care anymore. I should probably slow down when I'm speaking. What will I do? Massacre, spelled wrong. How do you spell massacre? The town. Yeah, let's see what that throws into the story. Testing the limits. You gotta test the limits. One night, you decide to take things into your own hands. You head out into town square and kill everyone inside. You're not even fighting back at this point. They're just sitting there like mindless zombies waiting for their inevitable death. Let the little girl live. They were all infected. I know they're all infected. But this one, she's the cure. You walk away from the town into the woods. As soon as you enter them, you turn your weapon on the nearest one. On the nearest what? Oh, the person? He screams and tries to run, but he can't escape your bullets. He falls to his knees and begins begging for mercy. You shoot him anyways. You shoot him anyways. Before I shoot him, I interrogate him. I spelled interrogate wrong. It's with 2 R's. Interrogate. I can't spell apparently. Interrogate. Interrogates. Yeah, I can spell. Him about my missing daughter. Where's Rachel? Where is she? You walk further into the woods and continue shooting people. Some of them scream, others just lie there motionless. You stop killing when you realize that you're starting to lose control of your actions. I'm losing it. But it feels so good. I should probably not confuse it. But it feels so good. This is a horror, alright? As you fall asleep, you remember the last thing your daughter said to you. Daddy, I love you. I awake the next night and continue the search for my daughter. Misspelled. I have to find her, man. She's out there, I know it. You wake up and go searching for your daughter. You find her hiding behind a tree. She looks scared and confused. She runs off as you approach her. Or again, as you approach her. Give chase. If I give chase while trying to calm her down. This is my keyboard or my mouse or my computer. Anyways, give chase while trying to calm her down. You keep running until you reach a small stream. You look for a way to cross it, but nothing seems to come to mind. It's too dangerous, you say. Let me try crossing the stream. She nods in agreement and follows you across the river. I guess I calmed her down. It's small. I start to cross it. Well, I'm glad I found my daughter though, but I start to cross it and realize it's shallow. I call for Lyra to come and follow. What a name, Lyra. You get closer to the edge of the river and call out for Lyra, who's nearby. Lyra, come and help me cross the stream, you shout. She comes over quickly and crosses the stream with ease. I shush my daughter, realizing that there is a deer nearby. I can spell nearby. Really can't though. I shush my daughter, realizing there's a deer nearby. What will you throw at me, game? Or AI? You hear the sound of a gunshot behind you. You turn to see a man pointing his gun at you. What are you doing? He asks angrily. Shh, it's okay, you whisper back to her reassuringly. He was coming behind me. It's a zombie deer! I thank the man for killing the zombie deer. And I shake his hand. And I shake his hand. And yeah. I was gonna go for maybe a little more, but I don't know. The man gives you a strange look, but lets you pass. You continue walking towards the forest where you find your daughter crying in fear. Are you alright? I ask. Yes, she replies. I should maybe write more of the story for this thing, but we'll see what happens. Good girl, you reply and hug her tightly. After hugging each other, you both head back toward the house where I massacred all the villagers. You arrive home. You tell your wife what happened. She doesn't seem surprised by anything and says that she knows something like this has happened before. And then I realized I was talking to a hallucination. Misspelled, of course. Hallucination. My wife was already dead. I had killed her. What a sad story. You explain how you found your daughter crying in the middle of the woods and came to comfort her. Your wife didn't believe you though, saying she knew someone had done it before. Well, I don't know about this, she says. My wife fades away, and that's not and. I prepare a meal for my daughter and I. Or it should have been me. Me, my daughter? Daughter and me? I don't know. My wife disappears from the room after you finish telling your story. You can't find her anywhere, so you decide to wait outside for her. After an hour passes, you finally see her standing near the door of the kitchen. I'm sorry about earlier, she says apologetically. She's dead! This is one deadly hallucination. And then an image of me shooting her head flashes. What's the words? And shooting her flashes in my head. I killed you. I'm sorry. Come on, game. Your wife starts to fade away, and then you feel a pain in your chest. Thank you. You look down and see that your heart has stopped beating. Oh no! Oh no! You scream. Please, no! Save me! Suddenly, the world goes black. I awake to find myself laying in bed next to my daughter. I check my pulse and find it. I should have put, I must have assumed she carried me, but oh well. See what happens. You wake up and find yourself laying on your bed next to your daughter. You check your pulse, which is still strong, and then you notice that you're breathing normally again. What happened? I exclaim. How do you spell exclaim? Ah! What'd I do? Exclaim. What'd I put? Explain? Yeah, that'll do it. What happened? I exclaim. I reach for my daughter and wake her up. It's time to leave again. What will happen? What happened, you ask? We were attacked by zombies, I respond. Okay. I'm just gonna say she responds. Zombies! What kind of monsters would be attacking us like that? They weren't zombies, they were ghouls. Okay. We eat a breakfast and head out to scour for the rest of my companions. We're gonna scour this earth. This deadly earth of ours. And when we do, Where are the others, you ask? There's 3 of them, but one of them is missing. Who's missing? John. He ran off when we first met him. How did he run off? How did he run off? He hobbled on his wooden legs. She responds. We decide to leave the rest of them and continue looking for a safe haven. You know, not like the one I killed, but, you know. They took my daughter. One of them took my daughter. No one messes with my daughter. So who's missing, you ask? What? It seems like John went off somewhere, but I don't know where exactly. I leave the house with my daughter. Dum, 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 dum. Game. You and my daughter, what? Start walking towards the nearest town. Hey, why aren't you wearing any clothes? She asks. Because I'm naked, you answer. What just happened? What's the command? Slash back? Slash back? No, that's not right. Start with the verb. Oh, I'm supposed to start with the verb. What's the command? Slash revert. Slash revert. Slash revert. Leave the house with my daughter. You gotta start with the verb, not the pro. That's not right. Let's go, you shout. Okay, let's go, she replies. You and your daughter start running towards the town square. Suddenly, a large group of zombies appear from around the corner of the building. Backtrack to find another way around. Almost said please. I like stuff on my keyboard. No, don't do that! Slash revert. Slash reverty. Slash revert. Okay, the pair of you dodge the zombies and quickly make your way through the streets. Soon, you arrive at a small church. The 2 of you enter the church and begin searching for the rest of your friends. I see them. Bodies splayed out. There is blood all over. Death hangs in the air. As soon as you enter the church, you hear screams coming from inside. You look behind you and see corpses everywhere. Zombies have overrun the place and there isn't any hope of survival. You turn back around and search for more survivors, but instead find nothing but dead silence. Run through the church towards the back door. I misspelled church. I don't know if it's gonna recognize that. Missed H. You sprint through the church and into the back door. As you do so, you hear screaming outside. You rush out of the church and into an alleyway. You try to open a nearby gate, but it won't budge. A loud noise interrupts your thoughts. It was just my daughter hitting a trash can. I look for a way to climb the gate. Was a gate? It was a gate. This is not a good song for this. Get me out of there. This is the same exact song. You grab a hold of the gate and pull yourself up. You find a trash can to use as leverage and climb up the gate. When you get close enough, you throw the garbage bin at the zombies that has been following you. Ah! Don't pause that. I pull my daughter up and we realize that... Might help if I could spell. Realize that we are safe. Might help if I spell. Is that an ad? We both crawl away from the church and onto the street. You then notice a man walking down the road ahead of you. He looks like he is going to collapse from exhaustion, but manages to keep himself upright. Question the man. I don't trust him. He's a zombie or something. I'm gonna have to shoot this guy. What are you doing here, you ask? I'm on my way home, he says. Why did you come back? To help my family. Your family? Why would they need help if everyone died? Because I love them. What? I shoot the man in the head, putting him out of his misery. Misspelled. 1S? 1S. I should have put shoot the man. Waypoint to L. Music is by Technoax, the free music. You shoot the man in the head, killing him instantly. Your daughter follows suit by shooting her attacker in the chest. Both of them fall to the ground dead. There was more. Good job, I say. What an excellent shot my daughter is. You stand up and walk forward to hug your daughter, who hugs you back. You smile at each other before heading off into the night. We're both psychopaths! We make camp in a forest. Or make camp in a forest. Misspelled forest. I like to add letters and forget letters. Make camp in a forest. Sure, let's see what happens. Marshmallows. This is the longest setup to make the camp I've ever seen. You decide to sleep in a forest. It's not too far from where you live now, but it's still pretty far away. In fact, you don't even know how long it will take you to get there. Or, it will take you to get there, but you're willing to wait until then. Decide to abandon my home. Should put our home. There's a dog scratching at my door. You decide to leave your house and go to the forest. What? You figure you'll be able to survive there better than you could in town. The next day, you set off towards the wood with your daughter in tow. Sure! Hunt the wild deer. They're zombie deer. Could never trust zombie deer. That man, I remember that man, he saved me. As you travel further into the wilderness, you begin to feel less well. The more time passes, the worse things seem to get. You start feeling sick and lose all sense of direction. You see nothing but blackness and eventually pass out from exhaustion. Okay. Wake up. See what the dice roll gives me. What kind of torture am I waking up to? You awaken to find yourself lying on the ground, surrounded by trees. You look around and see no sign of your daughter or any signs of what might have happened to her. You try to sit up, but find that you aren't strong enough yet. Regain strength, and then see that my daughter is coming for me. It's probably not the greatest wording for that, but she's coming for me, man. I should call her Lyra. You regain some strength and slowly rise to your feet. You quickly run over to your daughter, who is standing nearby looking worriedly at you. She sees you and runs over to hug you. Dad! Dad! Are you okay? She asks. Yes, sweetie. Does that spell correctly? It's with an A. Sweaty. Sweetie. It doesn't like the Y. Yes, sweetie. I'm alright. I notice her catch of fish. I wonder if it'll do that. We're hunting crocodiles today. Game? Is it struggling? I compliment her on her catch of fish. Oh, it's not bold. Maybe that's why. You give her a quick kiss on the cheek and tell her that she caught a good one. She looks down at her hands and smiles shyly. Thank you, she says quietly. No problem. Gut the fish. You quickly finish eating the fish and throw it into your pack. As you do so, you hear something behind you. What are you doing? What did I say about leaving my daughter alone? I'm going to the forest, you shout back as loud as possible. What just happened? What? Ah, mind games. It's a mind game, people. I aim my gun, looking for the person who spoke first. The daughter could be like 20 for all I know. Couldn't be a little girl looking and stuff. You turn your head and point your gun at the voice. You fire several shots, which causes the man to fall backwards onto his butt. He groans loudly before falling silent again. Search the body. Maybe I should have shot him in the head. Whoops. Oh well. You walk over to the man's body and pick him up. You carry him outside where he lies motionless on the ground. He doesn't move when you place him down, but you can tell he isn't dead just yet. Who are you? That's none of your concern. Misspelled. concern. Now, I shoot him in the head. That's what I get for not shooting him in the head. You raise your rifle and fire several times at the man's head. He falls backwards, hitting his face on the dirt with a thud. That was stupid, you said to yourself. Yeah, well, I think it worked. Well, let's go home. I think the game forgot I abandoned home. Let's just call it there. Finn. I love this. This is fun. You leave the man's body and walk towards your car. My car? The road is empty now, save for the few cars. Slash revert. End. You can do it. I've done it before. Revert. The end. Okay, forget it. I'm ending it. Thank you guys for watching. Show a like if you want to see more of this storytelling. I'll try to remember to keep the pace better. But that was fun. I'm probably going to do more. It was something new and interesting. But see you all later, guys. Goodbye.